I forgot to record an intro for this video, which is a pretty strange thing for me. But I guess it's not the strangest thing. But there are stranger things. Hello. I haven't shaved for a couple days because it's summertime. And also, I don't have a job. At least not until that carnival calls me back. So, Stranger Things is back. After 3 years of the whole world losing interest, it is back. Half the kids look 30, half the kids look the same, and they are back. They are back and they are ready to be shockingly unaffected by watching people get murdered. I was not super excited about Stranger Things coming back after last season. I thought season 3 really started to lose what the show was originally. Everything seemed so over the top. A Russian base underneath a mall. I don't remember how they explained that happening, but I thought that was so ridiculous. Season 3 really lost me. And because of that, I was not very excited for season 4 to come out. But I watched it, and I think a lot of people, was pleasantly surprised with its, I'll say, return to form. And if you look at the graph presented, based off of the IMDb scores for each individual episode of the seasons, you can see how the quality started to drop. Now, this graph isn't entirely accurate. I took out that episode from season 2 where Eleven goes to Chicago or whatever and meets those other fuckers that have powers like her, just because that episode was such a big outlier. This is what it looks like if you include that episode, but I don't think including that is a good representation of the season as a whole. So I'm going to take it out, and that's what it looks like afterwards. So yeah, season 3 really started to drop off, but now after season 4, there's been a quite big jump. And at the time of me filming this, the last 2 episodes aren't even out. Assuming those episodes get high scores, or season 4 could be the highest rated season of the whole show. So pretty cool. The season was very good. Way too long. It deserves to be clowned a little bit for that. The last episode was an hour and a half. And the next episodes, according to IMDb, will be even longer. Chapter 8 is not included, but Chapter 9 says 2 hours and 19 minutes. That's just a movie. That's a long movie. That's not even a short movie. And it really is ridiculous. These episodes, they're not jam-packed with content. They're really letting the show breathe. Which again, it was good, but they absolutely don't need to be that long. Pacing was definitely not fast. You could have sped it up quite a bit. You could have taken out a lot of stuff, I'd say. The last 2 episodes better be awesome, because even though this season has been good, I'm not sure it's earned these run times. But yeah, the show's been good. So good, in fact, that it really left me wanting more. So I thought, the show being over, and a whole month until the next 2 episodes come out. Which I did not know, by the way. When I started watching this show, I was going to have to wait a month for the last 2 episodes to come out. I wouldn't have started. I really wouldn't have started. I could have waited. I don't throw the term blue-balled around lightly, but Stranger Things really blue-balled me. And it seems like they blue-balled the whole nation and the whole world. To be honest, it's irresponsible behavior by Netflix, frankly. Anyway, during the gap, once I finished that last episode, season 7, it wrapped everything up very nicely, and I really wanted to see the rest, but I couldn't on account of the blue balls that I mentioned earlier. So I started thinking about what I could have watched that would fill the void. This subgenre of, children in the in the past, specifically the 70s-ish, doing sci-fi activities. There's quite a few things that fits into that. E.T.'s an obvious one. The Goonies and Stand By Me are good, even though they aren't sci-fi. It and Netflix's new Fear Street trilogy are good, for a little more of a horror vibe. The new Ghostbusters seem to be trying very hard to capture this exact vibe. And The Vast of Night is another new one that is phenomenal and not talked about nearly enough. Just to name a few. But the movie that popped into my head immediately, because it has almost the exact same vibe, is the J.J. Abrams banger from 2011, Super 8. Super 8 is a movie about a group of friends in a small town in 1979. They are trying to make a movie on a Super 8 camera, hence the name, when they witness a train crash, and after that, shit gets crazy. Super 8 is a movie that I have loved since I saw it. I saw it in theaters. I think I saw it 2 or 3 times back when it came out in theaters. It is so good and so similar to Stranger Things. It's kind of scary. And I could be very wrong on this, but it's not a movie that I've heard brought up very often, I don't think. And I don't really know why. I'm really surprised it's not a movie that people talk about all the time. Because it really is a movie for everyone. Action, sci-fi, comedy, mystery. Kids riding bikes in the 70s. And if I may be so bold, I don't know who's going to be watching this video. This might offend some people, but it's better than Stranger Things. It really is. Not only was the new season very bloated, but some things felt forced. Stranger Things writing can be inconsistent in quality, and for example, this season there were many conflicts and character arcs that seemed pointless. Like one was Mike's character. He felt completely useless and unnecessary in this season, and it seemed like the only reason he was there is because he was already a main character. And I'm fine with giving a show that's 4 seasons in a little wiggle room in its writing, but it is nice watching a movie that is more tight and well-rounded in that sense. You know, it makes sense why J.J. Abrams really blew up around this time, why he got projects like Star Wars, because this is a movie that proves he can appeal to everyone, and he can make a great movie while doing it. Maybe the premise of Stranger Things is more interesting, I will give it that. It has a lot more of a supernatural element to it, where this is pretty much all, science-y, but I think the kids are better. I think the dialogue is better, which is not surprising for a J.J. Abrams movie. I think he's very good at directing his actors, especially kids. And yeah, Rise of Skywalker had some terrible dialogue, but usually his movies are better than that, and I don't have to defend myself. So, fuck you. The dialogue between the kids is so good in this movie. These kids are hilarious with each other, and the banter seems so casual.
Maybe he was just sick of being old and wanted to kill himself.
It's a dumb idea.
He had a gun. Why not use that?
There are infinitely more effective ways to commit suicide. Pills,
Hey,
hanging...
Pussy! Stop taking the fries away.
I ordered these for a reason.
Excuse me, can we get another order of fries because my friend here is fat?
Funny, chompers. At least I don't have to use a booster seat.
You could jump from a building.
Or fall down some stairs.
Well, that's not really effective.
It doesn't feel like they're reading off a script, which is pretty surprising considering I don't think any of these kids have really done much else besides Elle Fanning, of course, who is phenomenal in everything she does. Same with, what's-his-name, the dad, Kyle Chandler. He is so consistently good in everything he does, it's crazy. Also heard that Jeremy Renner was supposed to be the dad. Famous app developer Jeremy Renner was almost the dad instead of Kyle Chandler, which would have changed the movie a lot. The biggest improvement over Stranger Things, I think, is that this movie looks incredible. Stranger Things Season 1 did look amazing as well, but since then, the special effects have been getting too flashy and in your face. They are way too colorful now and don't look real at all. It's similar to some of the new Marvel movies where it's obvious that the whole scene was just filmed on a big green screen stage rather than a real location. This was especially noticeable in seasons 3 and 4. On the other hand, Super 8 is packed with special effects, but they are more subtle and well connected to the real parts of the shot. But J.J. Abrams is one of the people that I don't think has ever really fallen into that trap. You know, the new Star Wars movie I thought was a pile of shit. But oof, did it look good. It really looks so good. Say what you want about his lens flare problem, which, you know, I'll admit is a problem. But overall, Super 8 still looks great, lens flares aside, and it holds up to JJ's usual quality. And so those are kind of the things that Super 8 does even better than Stranger Things, in my opinion. Okay? You're not allowed to get mad at me. The point of this video is not to say, like, what, you like Stranger Things? That show sucks. This movie's way better. I hope I've made that obvious by now. I just think it's crazy how similar Super 8 and Stranger Things are. I also think that Super 8 is very good, and it's a great watch if you have Stranger Things fever. Stranger Things is a pretty incredible experience, and there are some aspects that are never going to be replicated quite the same. The show has been able to craft very unique supernatural ideas and create characters that are incredibly easy to love. While it's hard to compete with the progression of a show with 4 entire seasons in a 2-hour movie, Super 8 does have many unique merits of its own. And like Stranger Things, Super 8 is full of the fun and heart that we all love. But maybe everyone has already seen Super 8 and you know all this already. If that's the case, then I don't know, go watch it again, you rascals. Okay, that's all. I'm not sure when I will finish this. You'd think I'd finish it pretty quick since I don't have a job. But who knows, you know, that carnival could call me back tomorrow and I could be in the middle of Arkansas, ripping cigs in a wife beater, setting up a scrambler. We'll see. I probably will be lazy and probably will not finish it by the time the episodes come out. I'm sure they'll be good. This season seems pretty well planned out. They certainly had a lot of time to make it. In the meantime, if I do, by some miracle, get this video out, give Super 8 a watch, or after. Just go watch it. It's a good movie. Especially if you like Stranger Things. Alright. See ya.